Hi everyone, happy Friday. I wanted to pop on real quick today and review the 5 stretches for golfers. I'm obviously not at the office today. I'm working from home, from the playroom actually. It's the train table, the dollhouse, the teeny tiny chair. So Wednesday's blog post was about the 5 stretches for golfers to reduce injury and to improve your performance on the golf course. So we got some questions about how to exactly do the stretches, clarify some of the instructions. So we're just going to go over them today. There are 5 stretches. We're going to go top to bottom. So we're going to start up at the neck, shoulders, upper back, hips and low back, and all the way down to the ankles. It might not seem like it, but golf is actually a full body sport. The amount of rotation and movement you do during a golf swing is much more exaggerated and a toll on the body if you're stiff or have tight muscles or sore joints than you would probably expect. So let's go through those stretches. The first one, we're going to start up at the neck. Okay, so on my itty bitty little chair here, I'm going to hold the side of a chair. I'm going to sit up as straight as I can. Okay, shoulders back, shoulders down, and I'm just going to turn my head to the side. And I have a lot of tightness in my neck, so you can probably actually almost see the muscles pull and stretch across my neck here. So you're just going to hold that stretch and allow those neck muscles to stretch and relax. And then of course you're going to want to do it on both sides, so you take the other side of the chair. Hopefully your chair has a little bit more room than mine. And go to the side and stretch out the neck like that. Okay, so then moving down to the shoulders, the front of the shoulders and across the chest, these are the muscles that get real tight during just everyday life. We sit a lot, we sit over our computers, we sit on the couch, we watch TV, we sit in the car, over like this. So opening up across the chest and the shoulders is going to improve your golf swing. Okay, so I don't have a door frame, so we're going to pretend this is a door frame here. And what you're going to do is you're just going to get in a 90-degree position. I think we've done this stretch before for some other things. It's a really good one for all of us that do a lot of sitting, especially at a computer. So if this is my door frame or the corner of a wall or anywhere you could do that, and you can put your forearm up against there, and then ideally you're standing and you're going to lean forward. Some door frames you could probably even do both at once or just one at a time. Putting your forearm flat, your elbow flat against the door frame, and leaning forward, and you'll feel that stretch through the front of your shoulder, maybe all the way over through your chest. And you can hold that, and it's going to help open up that tight area. You want to go to a point where you feel a stretch, you feel a pull, you might feel a little bit of a restriction, but you don't want to go so far as you feel a lot of pain. If you're feeling pain, stop. You've gone too far. Back off a little bit and see if you can find a spot that you get a stretch and you feel a pull, but you're still pretty comfortable. Okay? So let's see. We've gone neck, shoulders. Let's go to the upper back here. You have a lot of movement in your upper back when you're doing a golf swing. So what we're going to do is, this is called an open book stretch. Let me back up enough so you can see me. I don't hit the train table. So you're going to lay on your side, okay, and you're going to have your arms open, your knees bent a little bit where you're comfortable. You're welcome to put a pillow under your head. That'll give you more support and comfort, not so much you're up here, but kind of in line would be best, okay? And what you're going to do is keeping your low back and your hips stable, so keep those still as possible, like this left hip here is glued to the ground. And you're just going to take your arms and you're going to open that book. And you're going to feel that rotation through your upper back or your thoracic spine. So you're just going to open that up and feel the stretch, and then come back to the middle. Okay? You of course will do the same thing on the other side. So while we're already on the ground, we're going to move from the upper back to the lower back and the hip area. It's probably pretty obvious as you move through a golf swing. You have a lot of rotation through that area, And probably the biggest complaint we hear from golfers is low back pain. And if you don't have enough motion and mobility through your hip area, your low back is the one that's going to try to make up for it and going to pay the price with back pain and stiffness. Okay, so laying on your back, okay, knees up. You're going to keep your shoulders and upper back flat against the ground, and you're going to take your knees side to side. And you can do it two different ways. You can stretch. You can go to the side and hold it there and let it stretch, and you'll feel it through your back muscles, through your side here even. You can hold the stretch, or you can even work on just a rocking, slow and controlled, but a little bit more of a movement and mobility exercise as opposed to a static stretching exercise. Okay? So if we move down, the last spot, golfers a lot of times have trouble with their ankles, which is probably the last place we think about stretching or moving or mobility or strengthening. We pretty much generally ignore our ankles until they start bothering us. But two reasons why ankles are important in golf. You have your front leg in your golf swing, and your ankle has to provide a certain amount of stability, and your back ankle provides quite a bit of movement and rotation as you go through your golf swing. So it's important during your swing, and it's also important if you're walking the golf course. There's a lot of uneven terrain, so if you don't have a lot of mobility and stability and muscle balance around your foot and ankle, you could get into trouble just walking the golf course based on the uneven terrain. So what we can do is get in a high kneeling position. So one leg kneeling, the other leg, knee over your ankle, and you're going to let that knee track directly out over your foot. So going straight, and you'll likely also feel in the back leg, the front of this hip is going to get quite a bit of a stretch as you do this. So you're going to go out and back. If you're really working on your mobility, you can actually go all the way back as far as you can. You just want to make sure you're keeping your foot, the top of your foot and your heel flat on the floor the whole time. Otherwise, you're not getting as much movement through that joint. So rocking back and forth. And like I said, the key is that you track directly over your ankle. You might see better this way. You don't want that knee to track out to the side. You don't want to track it into the middle. You want it to go directly in that plane, right over your foot, and back and forth. Okay? So if you have any questions, put it in the comments. I'll also add a link to the blog post from Wednesday, which again was, let's see if I can remember the title, 5 stretches for golfers to reduce your risk of injury and improve your performance on the golf course. So in the comments below, ask any questions. Check out the blog post for more information about maybe why you should bother stretching or what kind of benefits you're going to get from this. And also give me a thumbs up in the comments below if you plan on golfing this weekend, and if you are, be sure to stretch before you do so. So have a great weekend, guys.